Australia, a land of wonder, a land down under, a land of contrasts, a land of diversity, home of lush tropical rainforests, thriving cities, arid deserts, and host of the 74th Annual Lions Club's International Convention. Lions, lionesses and leos from around the world met in beautiful Brisbane for several days of excitement. They were warmly welcomed to Queensland, the Sunshine State, making this truly a convention to remember. Smiling faces were everywhere as delegates took in all the sights and sounds of Australia and enjoyed all the carefully planned convention events. The convention officially opened on Tuesday, June 18th, as tens of thousands lined the streets of Brisbane and watched lions from around the globe show their pride during the Lions International Parade. After the parade, marchers and spectators alike experienced a taste of Brisbane at the Botanical Gardens, sampling international cuisine from local restaurants and enjoying the day's festivities. That evening, the Connecticut Lions held their annual dance for the convention's younger attendees. On Wednesday, June 19th, the opening plenary session was called to order by immediate past International President William L. Willard of Charlotte, North Carolina, USA.
Lions, lionesses, Leos, and special guests, I am greatly honored to declare this 74th convention of the International Association of Lions Clubs duly convened.
Delegates were cordially welcomed to Australia by the Premier of Queensland and the Lord Mayor of Brisbane.
Delegates from around the world, as your meetings proceed this week, I wish you well as you work in a team to find creative solutions to some of the world's problems. And it is truly an honour for me on behalf of the Brisbane City Council to have been able to facilitate and help these discussions by welcoming you to Brisbane.
Enjoy your time in the frontier state, a state with double the national average in terms of population growth, a state with a rapidly growing economy, a state with abundant natural resources and a superb subtropical climate which attracts visitors and permanent migrants from around the world. We see ourselves as a progressive community and one which welcomes people with ideas, skills and initiative to share in the bright future that we have. So once again, thank you for coming. Welcome to Queensland. We're absolutely delighted to have you here. Enjoy the friendship, enjoy the hospitality, make some great memories, have a terrific convention. You'll come back soon.
With the attendees heartily welcomed, International President William L. Biggs then moved them with his inspirational farewell address.
The St. Louis International Convention, and in my message to you this year, I've spoken to you of commitment. Commitment has been at the heart of our year together. Commitment on the part of each and every one of you, each and every member of our international family of Lionism. Commitment is the one essential ingredient, the one factor that forms the basis and solidifies the structure of every successful program, of every venture that Lions embark on in the field of humanitarian service. We've now come to the end of our year-long journey together, and it's time that we assess how effectively this commitment has provided the impetus to achieve our international program objectives. It's time to assess how far we've traveled together, how effective our stewardship has been, how much we have achieved, and how high we've reached toward our potential as a service club organization. I said in St. Louis, and I'll say to you again, that the future of this association depends on the degree of commitment that each of us as Lions, Lioness, and Leos are willing to give, not just to our club or our district, but to the purposes and service goals of our international association. I've seen that individual commitment in full measure. I've seen individual Lions take on and accomplish tremendous projects on behalf of those we've served. I've seen the Lions and Lioness and Leos really put the we back into our motto, we serve. During my travels this year, it was a privilege to witness how our membership is demonstrating this commitment. Each individual act of kindness and concern, each thrust of humanitarian initiative has confirmed to me the seriousness in which our members regard themselves as world leaders in voluntary service. With each visit, I've become more convinced than ever concerning the deep and abiding commitment on the part of each of you, each member of this great humanitarian family. I am confident concerning the direction in which Lions Clubs International is headed. My fellow Lions, my fellow Lioness and Leos, my confidence in the future of our association has never been greater. I believe more than ever. It's important now that we carry the enthusiasm that we built and that positive attitude forward to next year, to make the year under Don's leadership a year of involvement, the greatest year we can possibly have together in the association, the greatest year ever. I believe that more than ever.
A highlight of the session was the traditional presentation of the flags of our member nations, narrated by Second International Vice President Rohit C. Mehta of Ahmedabad, India.
lions, lionesses, Leos, special guests. Earlier this year, events on the world scene have shown how fragile are the blessings of peace and international goodwill.
The Federated States of Micronesia, Lithuania, and the republics of Yugoslavia and Russia proudly took their places during the ceremony. After a short break, it was back to business for the start of the second plenary session, which began with a stirring memorial service, narrated by 3rd International Vice President James T. Coffey of Toronto, Ohio, USA.
Today we honor the memory of those lions who served with us on behalf of the ideals of Lionism, and whose passing has also saddened our hearts. Their legacy is one of commitment to the humanitarian ideals of service Lions have epitomized for nearly 75 years. 1958-59, International Director Carlos Maguire of La Paz, Bolivia.
Delegates enjoyed the guest speaker, the Honourable R.J.L. Hawke, Prime Minister of Australia.
My friends, the creation of a saner and a safer world is now truly within the grasp of the international community. Australia will play its part. Ultimately, the truth is that if we are to succeed in creating this saner, this safer world, it will be because people throughout the nations of the world have determined to achieve that goal. Let me say in particular that the Lions Project to eradicate preventable blindness around the world and its continuing involvement in drug prevention programs are precisely the kinds of practical actions and commitments of which I'm talking. In the same way, voluntary relief organisations have played an indispensable role in alleviating hardship throughout the world. Nowhere more starkly in recent weeks than in the Horn of Africa and in Bangladesh. All of us are in their debt because of the dedication and, may I say, not infrequently, the courage with which they do their work. And the significance of their work is emphasised because it is so often conducted in areas beyond the proper reach of governments, because it mobilises resources additional to those that are allocated by governments. So, my friends, to this gathering I say in closing, you are profoundly welcome among us in Australia. Your mission of service and your achievements stand truly as examples to governments around the world of what can be achieved with determination and dedication to attain the goal that we all seek, a better world.
Donna Alvarado, President and Chief Executive Officer of Quest International, addressed members about the Lions Quest program and its impact on the world's children.
Through the collaboration and caring of Lions, parents and teachers working together in the Lions Quest programs, there is much hope for our young people and for the planet. In thousands of classrooms around the world, every day, we are sowing seeds of compassion, tolerance, respect, service, and peace. And we are diffusing the negative energies of fear, antagonism, violence, destruction, and addiction. Our vision, those of us who have been called to serve, is to improve the quality of human life in every corner of the globe, one child at a time.
Nominations for international officers and directors concluded the busy session. Thursday was a day filled with information-packed seminars where delegates accepted the challenges of LCIF, were updated on the progress of the Sight First program, learned how to stimulate membership growth in both Lions and Lioness clubs, and received ideas on developing service projects that meet community needs. That evening, the Queensland Pops Orchestra entertained the crowds with a program that featured music from Gershwin, Porter and Berlin. During the final plenary session, clubs whose every member is a Melvin Jones Fellow were recognised by William L. Willard, LCIF Chairman. Dr. Douglas John Costa, an internationally acclaimed ophthalmologist from South Australia, was honoured with the 1991 Lions Humanitarian Award for his work with blindness prevention, education and training.
To receive such an award for service from the world's premier service organisation and for work in prevention of blindness, something for which Lions have a recognised preeminence in the world, is more than I could have dreamt of and the high point of my professional life.
In accepting his award, Dr. Costa spoke of the importance of teaching and educating the public in the fight against blindness. Our association's 75th anniversary year began with the inauguration of our incoming international president, Donald E. Banker, of Rolling Hills, California, USA.
Of the International Association of Lions Clubs.
Accept this office as President of the International Association of Lions Clubs.
I do hereby promise to uphold the Constitution and bylaws of the International Association.
I do hereby promise to uphold the Constitution and bylaws of the International Association. What an exciting moment this is for me. I accept this honor, this stewardship with a personal resolve to work with each of you to light the way to a brighter future for people in need. Thank you for your trust and for giving me this opportunity to serve with you. My friends, today we join together in entering a truly historic year of Lions Clubs International, our 75th anniversary year, 3/4 of a century of unparalleled service and growth around the world, a year of celebration and a year of rededication to fundamentals, the basic principles of our association that have made us what we are today. It will be one of the greatest years in the history of our association. Involvement, the heart of our motivation, the single element that makes us what we are today, the world's largest service organization, a service organization. That's how we're known. That's how we've grown to what we are today, and my friends, that is how we will continue to grow in the future as an enthusiastic, dedicated, idealistic service organization whose primary goal is to brighten the lives of people everywhere. And now comes Sight First, a global commitment to conquer preventable blindness wherever it exists, to involve ourselves with the World Health Organization, universities, doctors, hospitals, and medical clinics to conquer preventable blindness. You know the figures. More than 40 million people in this world of ours are needlessly blind. And you and I are going to change that. There's no need to ask if we will commit ourselves to this ambitious initiative of ours. We have shown what we can accomplish with our involvement in the Lions Quest programs and in diabetes research and awareness. You and I, have proven to the world that we can and will commit ourselves and our resources to a program in which we all believe. And now, I'd like to take just a moment to say thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you on behalf of all those who benefit from your personal involvement. A time, if you don't mind, to say thank you for making me proud to wear and display our emblem. Proud to represent each and every one of you. Thank you. Thank you, each of you, for all that you do on behalf of all of those. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Our newly elected third vice president, Professor Dr. Giuseppe Grimaldi of Enna, Italy, and 15 new international directors greeted the enthusiastic crowds. As President Banker officially closed the convention, the members gathered together and said goodbye in the traditional way. Next year, exotic Hong Kong will be the site where members will gather to celebrate 75 years of Lions Clubs International, once again reaffirming their commitment to a great association. Until then, they won't soon forget all the wonderful experiences of Convention 91 and their journey to the land down under.